physical, it's emotional.
Yeah.
You know, we have people who've experienced trauma, and it helps with their nervous system, calm people down, helping people sleep. No, it's awesome. And I still haven't tried the water yet. I've been debating buying, really committing and buying that water machine. But I do the, what's that powder, the Cellurize, which I like a lot. So I do that every day.
Very nice. Yeah. And you have, someone that's dear to everybody's heart too, Kevin Hoyt, that's in your team as well.
Yeah.
He had to step away for a little bit. But if someone is still interested and, you would help them and maybe put them in Kevin's team, because that helps him in his little journey that he's on right now, trying to stay low until things turn around. So that's another great thing. Now, so we got the energy work, from the patches, and then you do the quantum stuff. Now, I was absolutely amazed because I was using the patches for a long time, and I'm very, very strict about my diet and my workouts and everything. But I did dark field microscopy. We've talked about this in other shows, and I was just like, when I saw the dark field microscopy, I was like, my cells were like, deep under. My cells were like, clumping together, which doesn't transport your oxygen very well. So I was like, oh, that's not good. And then I hooked up with you, and you gave me a meditation. I went back and got another view, and it was all flowing nicely. So, you talk about how Jesus came, and then Jesus came through for me when I was in that meditation with you. He literally came in, and I was just stunned. And you're like, I'm Jewish, and we had the Christian guy comes in. And I'm like, well, he wasn't Christian back then, so.
No, it's really interesting for me because I find that in my life I get guided a lot.
Yeah.
Like things just come to me, and I open myself up, and I surrender. So when I started doing this work, I had no expectations because I really had to allow it to unfold to what it was. My motivation was because people very close to me had what you call the jabiru, and I was worried about their health and safety. So that's why I started doing the dark field microscopy. Was how do I prove to these people that this is actually making a difference? And so a friend in functional medicine who's a specialist recommended that. And when I started seeing the results, and people like, well, what if I don't believe in it? And I said, you don't have to believe in it for it to work, but you can call it back if you don't maintain it, because your emotional and mental state will impact your physical body. So it's really important to keep your thoughts and your belief systems in check. I was thinking about this. There were two 70-year-old women that I know who are just outside of Puerto Vallarta, and they talked about how the helicopters were right overhead, and they're like, F this, they're not going to ruin my vacation. And they literally yesterday went whale watching.
Love it.
They could open back up. But, it's all in your whole mentality of how you decide you want to live your life. And do you want to let fear get the best of you, or you're going to live your life? And the more I clear my trauma, the more I clear my fears, the less gets in my way, and the more I start to live this amazing life where things just continue to happen more and more to me. And I wanted to give that to others. And so I do that individually. And then Honey and I, Honey C. Golden, who's an amazing healer, we team up once a month and do 2 group healings. So this Thursday, the 26th February, we're doing, it's 12 o'clock Eastern and 4 o'clock Eastern. But we go into the Akashic Records. We do past life clearing, ancestral clearing. We give a lot of value. And a friend of mine who is Liz Perkins, who's an amazing healer, she's got her master's in botany, speaks to trees and nature and extraterrestrials. She's really brilliant. She's on now as well, and she gives people advice on what to do and helping them We have a signal chat where people help each other out. So it's become this amazing support system. So I love the way that like the Life Wave keeps people, reverse aging.
Yeah.
And it helps people heal faster. And then this is also, they really complement each other.
Yeah. And I definitely see it in you. You definitely are age reversing. You look fantastic. I remember seeing you years ago, and I've seen you more recently, and you look stunning. So,
wow,
pretty
thank
good
you.
stuff. Yeah.
63-year-old new grandma.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah, that's good. But that's you want to stay young, and it basically helps you do that. And of course, the meditation helps as well, as I can attribute to, because it definitely helped me on another level. I was already at another level, and then I went another level again. So I've done meditations. I'm like, well, what could this meditation be like? I've led meditations. I can go into that state instantaneously. I've had people come up to me and that were university trained and did university studies and all kind of crazy stuff. And they're like, do you know that your meditation is like unbelievable? I was like, no, I just do it, But your meditation, you and Honey Golden's meditation, is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I feel enriched every time I do it on multiple levels. So I can't believe how inexpensive it is.
It's $44 to make it available to as many people as possible because it's really hard. Like when people want to do sessions with me and they say they can't afford it, it breaks my heart. And so we wanted to make something that's available to as many people and also their pets. We had, you can bring your cats and your dogs in too. As a matter of fact, Liz had come to my house. She lives in Vermont, and she brought her dog, who was, I think, 16, and he was in so much pain with his arthritis that he was panting, and he couldn't sit down or lay down. And we did the healing. He was there for both healings, and the next day he was like a puppy. And he's still that way. It's really cool. He's really like a whole nother dog. And so we always say leave the door open to allow the pets to come in and out, because some of them will just fall asleep right there and stay. And others say, I've gotten enough. It's time for me to leave. And you want to give them that out. But yeah, and if you can't make those times, you can get the recordings. And the recordings are just as powerful. And people come to one or they come to both. We have about 3/4 of the people come to both. And we give a lot of time for Q&A. So if you have questions, Honey is a psychic intuitive. So people ask all about things in their lives, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna share the screen and put send the description box for the quantum healing on 1/27/26. And the times again are.
I think it's the 26th.
26th.
It's Thursday. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's Thursday.
Oh, I've got the old link.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. So I need to change the link.
The link is the same. It's just the time.
Okay, just the time's different. Okay, good. So good. So use Michael Jaco and you get 11% off. And so it's already ridiculously low, and you get a discount on top of that. So it's fantastic. And what do you see coming in the future as far as like Mexico? Do you think it's going to accelerate in problems? It sounds like it's starting to downsize a little bit, but do you think
I think it's downsizing. I was a little nervous that it would start spreading, but when special forces come in, I heard someone gave me a number. I don't know if it's true that over 9,000 military we're gonna be arriving in the area. I think that they are already going in and taking people out and getting them out. You don't come in and just chop the head off and leave everyone to scurry, right? Because otherwise they're out of control. There's no one running it, and they're just not managing things well. right? It's the head of a corporation, and suddenly now you've got all these minions trying to figure things out. So now's the time to come in and clean house. So intuitively, that felt like that for me. I can't imagine that they would just take one, because they just get replaced, right?
Yeah.
It's like hitting a bee's nest or wasp nest, and then they're running around freaking out. So I don't know. You would know more about the military part than I do, but it looks like everything has normalized here. And I registered with the local embassy, and they just said that, just be on alert, but you're okay to stay.
Good to know. Yeah. I think it's going to work out. It might be some more action, but the U.S. military is probably on the ground helping out, and maybe doing some rescue.